Welcome to the Humanity Sales Podcast, where we talk about the marketing revolution that's happening in tech consulting and how the best businesses are elevating their brand, amplifying their message, and selling more by being more human. We're your hosts, Brandon Triola.
And I'm Nate Nettie. Let's get into it.
I think it's really, really important for technology leaders that want to grow to understand trust, especially digitally. We talk a lot about trust. Everybody talks about trust. How do you actually make some group of people, because really there's like a buying committee, right?
Yeah.
How do you make several personas trust you? There's lots of ways. Or maybe how do you not do it?
How do you not do it? You have your subject matter experts write a blog every couple weeks and say, we are now thought leaders. I mean, this erodes trust, I think, in
Why?
my opinion. I think that markets shift and change, and the expectations from buyers shift and change. And if you're still using tactics from a decade ago because they worked for you then, you don't have your ear to the ground about how markets and buyers are changing. Is thought leadership in a blog format still important? Yeah, we do it. But when it is a singular thing that happens outside of a larger movement, and it's just, yeah, we do thought leadership and we don't get much leads from it.
Yeah.
Then it's done wrong. It's tone deaf.
Is it thought leadership, or are you just putting out content for the sake of content?
I would say it's echo chamber, adding to the stream of useless information that shows up on LinkedIn.
Yeah. We've somehow decided that volume for the sake of volume is okay and not quality. And this is why I'm not buying the whole ChatGPT is going to change the content game, because fundamentally one of the human elements that we measure brands, businesses, and offerings by is like this whole trust thing and your ability to put out things into the world that position you as the guide that we talked about. And robots can give you information, but they cannot create trust, because this is the fundamental thing. This is the element right here. This is one of the secret sauce keys. Trust is transferred person to person. Trust does not get transferred information to person. Information in and of itself is a commodity.
Yeah.
But like knowledge is a commodity now. Knowing things is a commodity. You can learn things anywhere. If anything, ChatGPT and AI just validates that, and it's going to amplify that even more.
Yeah.
If you want to build trust right now, it's going to happen person to person. And one thing that I see happening right now that just makes me sort of cringe a little bit is a lot of large enterprises have outsourced that trust building to the marketing director. All right, since we don't fundamentally understand like what a marketing director should be doing, post content for us. So now you've got your marketing director writing content about tech, writing content about what you do, and just putting it on LinkedIn. It's maybe getting 1 or 2 likes. And
it's not thoughtful.
It's not thoughtful. First of all, here's why. We just talked about storytelling. They've never been in the shoes of the people that are buying it. So they cannot empathize. And people feel that.
Yeah.
Even if it's a LinkedIn post, even if it's a video, there's no empathy. And then there's no expertise. A marketing director doesn't understand an ERP system. Now, maybe after a while working at a company, they're going to get it. But they've never been there on the floor. They understand
it conceptually and they can talk about it, but they don't understand the mechanics of the roles specifically day to day.
No idea.
Have to use it and work in it and break it and fix it. And
no idea.
Yeah.
So this idea of like trust building through thought leadership specifically is getting outsourced to people that are not equipped to transfer that trust.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the people that are at these businesses, the actual builders of the technology, the practice leads, the subject matter experts, they are behind a curtain that no one has access to. Nobody can talk to them.
They're making money.
I know.
They're delivering.
Keep the billable people billable.
Well, what do you expect from them then?
I'll tell you what I expect. Let me back up a second, because I have to paint this picture a little bit. What's happening? So here's what's happening. This is contributing to that idea of marketing and branding on a human level not being fully understood or valued.
Yeah.
So you outsource the trust transfer digitally of your business to marketing directors or low-level admins or whatever to put on social media. Let's just use social media as an example. LinkedIn. This person that doesn't understand, has no empathetic experience or expertise to talk about this. They just post on LinkedIn. It gets like no likes, it gets no engagement. And then we go, marketing's not working. And I'm not going to invest in a social strategy because I already do social.
And it doesn't work, so why would I put more money into it?
Yeah. So when somebody comes along that's like, hey, you should like humanize your social media strategy. No, we already do social. We're not going to invest any more money in that. We're just going to hire another BDR, see if we can get some more pitches.
Pound the pavement, man.
Pound the pavement. But this is the pivot, right? Because trust is transferred human to human. What we're seeing happen now with the brands that understand this, the technology brands that get this, they are turning their best thinkers into these thought leaders.
Yeah.
And they are taking their subject matter experts and their practice leads, and they are creating content. They are putting out YouTube videos. They are posting on LinkedIn. They are creating newsletters. They are blogging daily, weekly. They are putting stuff out. And
they're doing podcasts.
They're doing podcasts. Like they're doing stuff like this. And what's happening is engagement's going up because the people that have the pains that only the subject matter experts can help are, what? Oh, they can help me. Oh, they understand me. And what's happening is they're starting to catch the curve that's happening right now. They're starting to catch up.
Yeah.
And astronomical things are happening. And actually, not just social engagement increasing, actual revenue dollars, actual pipeline dollars.
Yeah.
Like pipeline is being filled. Market qualified leads are increasing. Sales cycles are going down because they've ungated their best thinkers and they're letting the trust get transferred, letting these people become the bridge.
Yeah. So I would summarize this in I'm going to paint a real clear picture for everybody.
Get your brush.
Think of a pyramid. Okay. Brands, tech consulting brands that will get left behind in the next 5 years are heavily invested in the brand equity coming up from the base of the pyramid, everybody boots on the ground, the experts, and giving life and credibility to the parent brand.
Yes.
These brands will get left behind. When it is all about the name of the brand, forget everybody who's knowledgeable and powerful and impactful at the market level. It's all about the singular brand and the awareness of the singular brand. No. These companies will get left behind. Trust is not transferred up here anymore. This used to be the case a decade ago. Flip it. The brands that will be successful, and not only successful, but dominate markets in the next 5 years are the brands that take the power of their global brand and push it down into the market at the SME level. And it will become that much more potent and effective at the market level.
We're already seeing
and
it happen.
We're seeing it. We are riding this wave. We are turning market leading experts who have grown practices at these consulting firms selling technology into not just thought leaders, industry leaders. And we are leveraging the power of the parent brand to squeeze it down into the market level. And it is just amplifying the effectiveness, the perception, the credibility, the impact that these SMEs can make at the market level. It's just flipping the pyramid.
Yeah.
If you want to just make it simple, if you want to know whose brand equity is going to die over the next 5 years, look at the ones who are invested heavily, more so, in their parent brand.
Yeah.
If you want to see who's going to not only survive but thrive, the ones that are invested in their experts.
Why don't people?
It's not proven. See, that's what I was saying before. People don't do this because when you're an investor and you want a good return, you are invested in doing what you know will work. The problem is the market is changing too fast. Algorithms change so quickly. LinkedIn is not what it was 2 years ago. LinkedIn isn't what it was
different.
6 months ago.
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok didn't exist in the way that it does 2 years ago. And the landscape of market activity changes so fast that there's not enough validation to say, throw $100,000 at this.
Yeah.
That's why I think the companies that are going to be, again, the most successful are experimenting, are coming up with new models, are challenging the status quo, and are finally brave enough to acknowledge how we used to do things.
Maybe making content creation part of their SME's job description. We need you to lead the practice, and we actually need you to be on the forefront.
Yeah.
Finding ways to do that.
Yeah. Because by and large in tech and tech consulting, sales folks, they are great. They are exceptional. Their job is to get the buyer ready to talk to an SME.
Yeah.
Really. So when you can prepare in the market pave the road for your subject matter experts to connect with your buyer faster, clearer, and more powerfully, you'll see your sales go up.
How do you think, I want to make this like actionable, right? Like we've been talking about actionable. If you're one of those tech consultants, they're like, yeah, we don't really, because like we don't fundamentally understand like how to use marketing as an amplifier. Now we've just got our marketing directors, just go post on LinkedIn for us. Post about our offering.
Yeah.
Really your marketing directors, your marketing admins, your marketing people should be your amplifiers.
Yeah.
Like I talked about on an earlier episode, your marketing people should be behind the scenes.
Yeah.
They should be the ones coming up with the strategies, the channels, and the tactics to amplify what your smartest people have to say. Yeah. So how can, let's just take social media for an example, because thought leadership transcends just social.
Yeah.
Thought leadership is bigger than that, right? Let's take social media for an example here. How can technology leaders, technology consultants start to think about leveraging social media the right way to have this trust transferred and start to see this revolution actually hit their revenue in terms of social media and social media strategy?
It's very simple, actually. The first thing that you have to do is have a strong point of view.
Okay.
If you have nothing to say, don't say it.
Yeah.
Because there's enough white noise in the marketplace. We don't need more of it. It's not going to do any good. You're going to be disappointed with how it happens, or what happens for you in the long term. So first of all, I'm guessing that if you're a successful software consultant, you already have a strong point of view.
Yeah.
If you're building a practice, you already have a strong point
Yeah.
of view. So focus in on what your strong point of view is.
And that might rest inside your practice lead.
That's exactly.
The marketing director won't know what that is.
Yeah.
You have to pull that out of them.
Yeah. So the marketing director's job at a tech consultancy who is forward thinking about content is to wrest from the subject matter experts the absolute gold that only they can provide to the market, and is probably likely the reason that their buyers are buying and keep coming back. Find what that is and amplify it. That's number one. Number two, be consistent. This is a programmatic switch. This is not an overnight thing that happens.
It doesn't mean like, hey, have your practice lead post a blog, and then all of a sudden you're going to get
the leads.
You're going to get 20 sales.
No,
that's not what we're saying.
Because trust happens person to person. You have to invest the time to build trust. You have to put the time in. The way that you build trust is providing consistent, valuable content to the market without asking for anything in return. Let me help you. I am the guide in the story. You are the hero. I can guide you. I
watched a productivity expert build an email list of over 600,000 people over time, every week. Posted
600,000
posted content that just helped them be more productive through technology and other analog methods. And then when it came time, this person created products to help these people. And I watched them start to make millions of dollars overnight because they had developed the trust, because the trust was transferred person to person. They didn't outsource the trust to their team. They used their marketing team to help them create content like this, just like our team. They used their marketing team to amplify the message and through campaigns and other things. But it was a really good example of, if you invest the time and the resources in helping your subject matter experts build audiences and build credibility, people will eat from their hand.
You've seen it.
We're seeing it. Well, we're seeing it right now too.
Yeah. We have helped a specific practice area lead become a thought leader. We are seeing cost per leads be so low.
Yeah.
So low.
The metrics are wild.
The metrics are wild. Cost per lead is so low. Time to sale super high. Readiness of buyer for a complex engagement super high. And it's all because this person has been heavily invested in providing valuable, unique, insightful content to the marketplace for years now.
Yeah.
It is the result of a sustained effort.
And this person, I think it's a great example, this particular client, they're in the healthcare space. They've sort of done this on their own. It wasn't really like an initiative from their firm, from the global firm. They work for a really big firm. They said, I'm going to start putting out content. I'm going to start building trust with people myself, because I know a lot about this. I know how to help these business leaders in this particular area, CFOs, this person's talking to. And the results are just astronomical. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing.
They are a special individual. I think as many SMEs and practice area leads are, extremely knowledgeable, decades of industry insight, just an effective communicator. Like there are things to build on, but it's the sustained focus effort at the market level with thoughtful guiding thought leadership that is really, really moving the business forward.
This is a revolution that's happening. And I would say to the tech leaders that are listening, find ways to start to infuse your SMEs and practice leads from out behind the curtain out to the forefront.
Get them out front.
Let them be the people that are building the trust. Let them be the people creating the content. Take those budget dollars and maybe reroute them and get them on a podcast, right? This doesn't have to be a big production. Have them creating video content. There's so many things that you can begin to do and work it into the schedule and stick to it and be consistent. And we'll just watch what happens.